more explosive today. I felt like you had some guys running open downfield. Did you change things offensively? What was really working tonight for the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I appreciate that. All I can think about is just, again, the self-inflicted wounds. So, I think that's just the hardest part of everything. I think, again, certainly in those first 3-4 drives, we felt we were keeping them off balance, mixing the running pass. Thought we got Wilcox going, thought Brock was doing a lot of good things, receivers doing good things. Again, it's just, and I know you're tired of hearing it from me, but it just seems like there's something on every drive. We're playing 2nd and 20, 2nd and 15, whatever it is, just a lack of consistency, lack of discipline, just even in just cadence, just things like that. Defense put us in plenty of positions to go win this game, and obviously there's a lot of frustration there.
How frustrating is it when you're having the game that you're having, you get the ball back with down 3 in the fourth quarter, and then you have the snap, and then it just seems to kind of get behind the sticks.
Yeah, I think we're addressing why certain things are happening. It's just, again, it just seems like if it's not one thing, it's another thing. And so again, these players have battled extremely hard. I thought there was certainly progress, but to come on the road and beat a top 10 team in that situation, it's not going to happen. But
Obviously, you guys have been trying to get Jameer on the ball more recently, but it felt like today was the day. So no matter what, we're going to do that. Was that a concentrated decision this week? And how did you respond?
Yeah, I think so. I think, as you guys know, he deserves it. And again, he's just one of those physical ball carriers, and it's probably taken us a week or two too long to really force those carries. Again, we try to keep him in as many situations for a young guy to not have to have the whole thing, if you will, from a protection standpoint, from a pass game standpoint. I think it benefited us having Demi back this week as well to kind of supplement that, and proud of how he played for sure.
Well, this quarterback situation, I had spinning a little bit. Gavin struggles in the second half last week. Brock looked good. He gets hurt. Gavin throws the pick, almost pick 6, but then has a great drive down there with finishing with Jamorian. How would you describe how kind of unsettling this is, and how you're trying to get these guys going, and Gavin's showing some promise there?
Yeah, I think it's unsettling. Obviously, this wasn't a decision to go play, Gavin. Obviously there's some stuff with Brock that from a health standpoint, we just got to make sure he's okay. He played his heart out. Gavin goes in there in a tough situation, and just again, quarterback draw situation where it's an RPO and he's got throw ability. Love to see him, run it in that situation, but he battled back and I believe had a scoring drive after that. So, just got to figure out some consistency at that position, and really as the offense as a whole.
Is Rye a chance to get a longer looking cutter too?
I think so. Yeah. So we'll see where we're at with everything, and obviously all these things will be discussed. But I think where we're at right now, there's probably a lot of that happening.
Coach, when you took this job, it's tonight's performance in the passing game, 9 different guys catching the passes, but you kind of envision that you kind of walk game to game.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
When you took the job and you see tonight's game, you have 9 different guys catching passes.
Yeah.
It's kind of what you would ideally want each game, to have that many guys being able to get to the passing game.
I think so. I think you're always in the battle of what can you do to try to put the team in a position to win, and as the coordinator, sometimes you lean one way and you feel like, whether it's ball control and using the clock, we were going to be aggressive this game. We put our defense in a ton of bad situations, and obviously that's on me. Those guys played well enough to win this game, I think, 7 times. So, you want to cut it loose. We got to take care of the ball if we do that, so they're not out there playing 85 plays a game.
All right, thank you, Coach. We got Brad White here. Okay, questions for Coach White?
Brad, what did you see out of your young quarterbacks who got thrust into a whole lot of action?
Yeah, we had 3 the whole day, right? And then JQ was cramping, so we were really kind of down to 2. I thought for the most part they did well. Made a young mistake. One on the hitch tackle that we missed. We were just, the goal is to just get the hitch tackles down. We knew, hey, listen, they were going to be able to complete those. But we were going to have to accept something, with the pace of the way that game was going to go, with the lack of depth that we had out there, So other than the one there, and then, down there in the red zone on that last drive, they were competing like crazy. JQ's trying to fight cramps. He'd be down pressing that, if he wasn't. And then a young mistake there, but by the other corner. But I can't be more proud of the way these dudes fought today. Like, I thought the last couple of weeks was not up to our standard. I thought the last couple of weeks we didn't swing, and fight and compete to our standard. I thought the guys on that field tonight, no matter what the situation, they freaking scrapped and fought, and to rise up, in the red zone as many times as they did, understanding the situation. I'm just so proud of those guys.
How much did it help having
John.
How much did it help having David available today, and what do you hope he gets out of this redshirt year that he can use for you guys?
Yeah, I think it was big for us to have Daverin, obviously with not having JJ available. I thought Noah did some good things today, which was good to see. But with as much of a space game as it was, to be able to play sort of with a third linebacker, to get all those will reps for Alex Safari was just going to be so big for him and his development. So I'm glad we saved it for this game. We needed it. You never know, what the injury situation was, and we were pretty dire. And I thought he did a good job, sort of accepting this role, buying in this week. He did a great job, and hopefully it helps propel him, into next season.
Brett, how do you keep that mentality that you saw today going forward for the rest of the season?
That's a great question. It really is. Our standard is our standard. And we mince no words in our defensive unit room this week about what that standard is and what it looks like when you don't meet it. Wins and losses, especially in this league, they come, they go. You have great ones, you have tough losses, it's heartbreak, all this and that. But your football character is what carries you through in life, because your football character will carry over and bleed into your natural character. And if you're going to quit, or you're going to fall down, or you're going to blame, or you're going to point fingers, then that's going to happen the rest of your life. And so we had to have a good heart-to-heart reality check as a defense. And I'm so freaking proud of those guys because they responded. And that's what life's about. It's about response. And so to answer your question, listen, they got to stand up and they got to respond again. And then they got to do it again and again. We're guaranteed 3. If we want a 4th, you got to win 3. But you can't win 3 without 1. So we'll hit this bye week. We'll try to get as healthy as we can. But then we got to come out with that exact same mentality and swing. And then we got to do it again and again and again. 12 quarters.
Coach Martin Macklin.
Describe that.
Everything happened so fast. I seen that the corner was pressed, and he started bailing, and I just looked up at the quarterback, knowing Gavin. Me and Gavin have a good connection outside of the field, but on the field as well at practice. So I kind of had a feeling he was going to come to me, and the corner ended up having my left arm, so I couldn't bring it through to catch it with 2 hands. So I just, put one hand up and ended up catching it. So.
Jamori, obviously this hasn't been the season you hoped for coming into this. Just what's your mindset been like as the ball's happening?
Man, it's all about perspective, man, and just trusting God's timing. Of course, like you said, the season hasn't been as good as I wanted it to be, but at the end of the day, I continue to work hard at practice, and my teammates trusting me. And when the time comes, I just got to make those plays like I did today, and hopefully it wasn't enough to get the dub, but just keep working and try to just get better, find ways to get better every week. So.
Jamari, this situation with the quarterbacks have been going in and out with Brock and Gavin. How hard has that been for the wide receiver room, just kind of building that connection with these quarterbacks?
It's not that hard because we do a good job of doing that outside of just football. You know what I'm saying? Just having conversations with the guys in the locker room and stuff like that, going out to eat with each other. I feel like that's what builds a good connection with them on side of the field. So we trust in both of those guys. We know that both of them can get the job done for us. So.
Has there been times where it feels like it's just the timing hasn't worked out for you to have the opportunities to go up and make a play like that?
It felt like that all year. It felt like that all year. But like I said, man, you just got to keep working, man, when things ain't going your way. Because I was a 1,000-yard receiver in the Biletnikoff watch list guy and end up being pretty much nothing this season. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about perspective. Just continue to keep your head down and just work. And when opportunity comes, you just got to make it, That's what it's about.
Last one.
It's really like just how much is a strong finish here big for whatever comes next Saturday?
It is pretty strong, man. I'm going to have to make that decision at the end of the season. Right now I'm just focused on getting my body right for the bye season and then just continue to work with the guys. And when the season ends, I'll go home, talk to my cousin who played in the NFL for 10 years, and we'll figure out what's the next step for me. So.
All right, thank you, Jamari.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, Zion's up next. Zion Childers.
You were, I think, 13 guys out. You were like a 17-point underdog. Do you think you showed something by the way you guys fought and scrapped tonight?
I just think all credit goes to Coach Stoops getting us prepared to play. I mean, week in and week out, when we're playing a tough league, you don't know what's going to happen week in and week out, how it's going to happen, how you're going to get to game day, who's going to be available, but you got to be able to play and trust your teammates. Our Coach White and the defensive staff, no one does better than getting us prepared for our opponents. So it doesn't matter who's on the field, we're going to all be able to play.
Zion, they were rolling on that first drive. Tennessee was, but then you guys got that stop.
Yeah.
Like they were clicking in their groove, then you guys got that stop. Right?
Yeah.
Was that key to kind of be like, all right, we got one?
Yeah, the big thing about it is just getting off the field, getting those stops. So it don't matter how it happens or when it happens. As long as you off the field, it's good. What I think we could have done better is definitely handle the tempo early. That first drive, we got off the field, but that drive coming out of halftime, we ended up getting off the field. But it took a wear on us. But man, that just comes back down to taking everything serious, man. From the jump, from the beginning of the week, we just got to prepare, which I think we did. But sometimes balls just don't roll our way, man.
How do you think those young cornerbacks handled this big moment?
There's some ball players. Real life, man. They love the game of football, man. Nas and Rod, man. Shout out to both of them, man. JQ over on the other side, handling his business. But like I said, man, we're getting thin. But like I said, man, we get prepared by the best. Everybody's going to be ready to play. And when those guys' names were called, they made plays.
Coach White talked about the messaging in the defensive room this week.
Yeah.
How your football character is how it plays over into your personal life.
Right.
How did you respond to that message personally?
I mean, me personally, I feel like, how can I say this? I feel like the person you are, regardless of who you are or where you are or in any situation, is going to come out based on your character. How you're raised at home is going to show a lot. And so you respect the people. And that's a side of the game of football. This is just life. The way you carry yourself and the way you treat people is going to take you a long way. And like he said, responding to adversity is the biggest part of life. And it's a big part. And if we can just keep responding, keep swinging, we're going to be perfectly fine.
Thank you, Zion.
Appreciate y'all.
Gavin here.
After that pick, I think some guys would have given up on the play, but you chased the guy down. Can you just talk about that play?
I think it's just mindset, really. Obviously, tight game. Can't let him score, and it's just don't make a bad play worse. At that point, just try to get him down as much as I can help the defense because already in a tough situation where I put us in. So yeah.
Coach Stoops said that was a read play where you could run or pass it. What did you see there?
Well, I saw the Mike blitz, and just we still have a blocker for that guy, and I have to know that, and just a mistake by me that can't happen.
How important was it for you, Gavin, after struggling there last week, throw the pick, then respond with a big touchdown drive? It felt like things kind of clicked for you. You started making some good throws after that. Do you feel like that was big for you personally, and to respond to that adversity like the whole team did too?
Yeah, for me and the offense. I feel like for them to see me respond like that, I think it sets a tone, and I think that's part of what helped us continue that drive. So.
Yeah, well, we haven't gotten to see Jamari make many catches like that this year. Just how much is that part of his game that maybe we just haven't seen the opportunities?
He's a baller. He's deep threat. And he's, you know, we saw what he did last year. So I think it just shows his talent, and, you know, what he can do. And, you know, made a great play for us, and very proud of him. So.
Last week, you were expected to go on early, and then that didn't happen. It ended up happening in the second half. Did you expect to play at all today? Is that part of the game plan?
It was not. But, you know, as a backup quarterback, again, always got to be prepared to play. You know, you're one play away, so just got to be ready.
If Brock is out for a while, what do you feel like you need to do to be better and to get this team in position to try to go get a bowl game?
You know, just back to what Zion was saying, day in, day out, you know, starts at the beginning of the week. You know, just make sure we're putting the work in, which I think we are, and, you know, just get something going to where the ball can fall our way. So.
Yeah, but do you feel like you guys turned the corner tonight with your mentality and the past week, for that matter?
Yeah, I know. Like, it's just respond. You know, that was really the main message. How are we going to respond to last week and today? You know, they score. You know, we got to punch right back. So that was really the message.
All right, thank y'all very much.
Thank you.